everyone, it's T. Welcome to another video. Today we are hitting the gym, not for a workout, but for some deep cleaning. Then we'll head to the kitchen to sparkle things up a bit before testing a new gadget, trying a new snack recipe, and cooking a delicious meal. So if you're ready, let's get started.
But when you left, I could feel it grow.
This is my home gym, and while it may seem like it doesn't need to be cleaned, it's pretty dusty, so I need to go ahead and tackle that before the dust builds up. It just settles on everything, all the gym equipment. You'll see it. I'll give you some close-ups later, but the ceiling fan is one of the main places where it builds up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a moment. It is so gross. So this is one of the many reasons why I have to dust in this space, even though it doesn't look dirty. The dust is also in the carpet. And I'll tell you something else. When I come into the gym the day after I've cleaned it, it just feels so refreshing. There's the dust I talked about from the ceiling fan. It just feels so refreshing to step into a space that is mostly dust-free.
And a better version of me inside. Let me stay there for a while. I feel it now when I see that smile, like a body of water.
Now that I'm done cleaning the ceiling fan, I'm just going to go around the room and dust all of the wall art. By the way, all of the pictures that you see on the wall are pictures that my husband and I took as we were out on trail, or in one case we were out on a lake in a canoe. But we took all of these pictures during various hikes that we've had throughout the US and Canada. And I will tell you that for every arch that we get to see up close, every geyser that we get to witness in action, every mountain range that we get to drive through and hike through, every waterfall that we get to experience, all of those things are reminders of the one who created them for us to see, enjoy, and respect. On that note, I want to read to you this week's encouraging verse. It comes from the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 13, and it reads, "I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in Him. Then you will overflow with confident hope through the power of the Holy Spirit."
Gave up on sleeping, feeling like I'm high on fever, you know I'm building castles in the sky, always chilling, still out of reach, but in my mind I see us clearly, you and I, building castles in the sky, holding on. Maybe I should let you go. Something about you feel like home, stuck in my head like a favorite song. Can't fight it, I just sing along, don't care what they say.
As I'm sitting here in my home office recording this voiceover, I'm looking around at how I have it cleaned up. Most of what we had left over from the school year, I should say, well, the things that we had left out from the end of the school year, those things have not been cleaned up. But as I look at the calendar, our local school districts will start going back to school within the next 4 weeks or so, and that's just insane. We are homeschoolers and we don't go back until after Labor Day, so we still have a couple of months But I've seen the back to school things in the stores, Dollar Tree, like everyone has them out now. In the midst of Amazon Prime days, they're advertising a lot of back to school items. I am just not in that mindset. I'm still like in full-blown summer mindset, and that is exactly how I want it. But speaking of being in full-blown summer mindset, this week my 11-year-old is away at Boy Scout camp. My husband was with him for the first few days, but he's home now. And we all go out to the camp on Friday for family night. And I say all because my mom is still in town. So we're going to go head over to the campground and see how he's been doing this week. He had a few classes that he signed up for. So I'm excited to hear about what he learned in those classes and what merit badges he earned. I do know that one of the classes that he is working towards earning a merit badge for is chess, and it's a game that he really likes. He's an excellent chess player, so he's earning that this week. He wanted to earn a rifle or take a rifle class, an open range class. He actually does have his rifle merit badge, but he wanted to take the class because it was being offered this summer in summer camp. Let's see what else he was working on. I can't think of his other two classes right now, but this is why I'll be talking to him when we go pick him up or when we go see him on Friday, because camp is not actually over until Saturday. But other than that, it's been a really good week. It's been pretty productive around here. I'm getting a lot done in the garden. By the way, if you did not see my garden video from 2 days ago, go check it out. I have something new that I added so that I would hopefully be able to increase my yield for this year. By the way, speaking of yield, I have been able to harvest a few peppers and some tomatoes, so that's just really exciting. So I want to ask you how your week is going or how your summer has been going. Whatever you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Also, of course, this is always a place and a space for you to submit prayer requests and to submit praise reports. So if you have either one of those or if you have both of those, please leave a comment below.
If you are not with me, hey, do you read me? Go back to where we came from. If my hands are empty, hey, do you read me? Go back. I don't wanna go alone. Go back. If you are not with me, hey, I don't wanna go back.
You know everything about me, like I need my territory. So why are you still so needy? You're in over your head. Phone is ringing, always at a bad time. Every time you flash your name, always leaving, then you got me chasing you like I'm the one to blame. Oh, I think you're so rude, don't wanna fight you, but you don't ever take a break. Cause you love drama, forget the karma. No, you don't ever take a break. It's always about you, always about you. Oh, I don't wanna fight you, but now you're so rude, cause you love drama.
ringing, always at a bad time. Every time you flash your name, always leaving, then you got me chasing you like I'm the one to blame. Oh, I think you're so rude. Don't wanna fight you, but you don't ever take a break. 'Cause you love drama, forget the karma. No, you don't ever take a break. It's always about you, you. Always about you, you. Oh, I don't wanna fight you, and how you're so rude. 'Cause you love drama.
You were the type that eclipsed the room. I was the one who arrived too soon. But no one would ever bet against us. If they saw us exchanging glances, I was too busy to fall.
Okay, so in my kitchen today, there's not a lot that I need to do besides wiping down the appliances. They are just so gross. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera all that well, but this is gross. That's the fridge. I'll be wiping down the microwave, all the other appliances, the countertops, of course, because they always have to be cleaned. And then the cabinets. Let's see if I can show you just some randomness on the counter, on the cabinets. I have no idea what that is. Over here, this is the cabinet that's just beneath the sink. Again, there's just a mess on here. So it's been a while since I've actually wiped down the cabinets, and I am just overdue at this point. So with that said, let's get started.
We cashed in too many empty favors, yeah. Now we go on and on with this poor love song we've been working on far too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song. Too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song.
I don't really need a new friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden, our gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance, take be easy, but it's all for free. Won't cost a thing, so
As I clean the cabinets, you'll notice how painfully obvious it is that the walls are not straight. The cabinets are straight, but the walls are not, and there are some places where we need to add some trim to kind of cover it up. That's what builders do. The walls aren't straight when they build them, so they cover up with a lot of trim. Like you see right here, that area has some trim to the far right, but when we installed these cabinets, we had to shift them over a few years later to the left because the previous refrigerator was a little bit smaller. You'll see right here, this bottom cabinet had to be shifted over too. And that's just something that we've been living with for a long time. So I'm finally ready to go ahead and tackle that. And that just means putting some trim pieces on there, but I think that'll be part of a bigger project in which I put trim pieces in those places, but I also have an idea about an update that I want to make to the island. I'm still kind of mulling over some ideas about what I want, but I have a pretty good idea of what it is that I want to put in that place. So just stay tuned for that because I will have some minor kitchen updates. You probably already, or if you haven't seen it yet, when I get around to cleaning the trash cans, you'll notice that the trim along that wall is not straight either. So, and you can even see some of the yellow paint that used to be, or it's still under the gray paint. It is my hope to get the trim down on that part of the floor as well. So we have the same trim that's in the family room. That's like the trim I started using a few years ago, the baseboards. We have that in the entire basement. And then as we started renovating different areas on the second floor, I started incorporating that same trim into that area. So we have it throughout the family room, and it's also throughout the foyer. I still owe you that foyer update. It is coming soon. Part 1 is done. Part 2 is not completely done. The video's been recorded, but I have a few more minutes to add to it. So that said, look for some updates for me. I'm not sure when we're going to get them done, but I feel like when we're doing trim work, it's just a little bit easier to get it done when it's still warm outside, since we do the cutting either in the garage or outside in the backyard, and I'd rather not be outside in the freezing cold tackling that. So hopefully that'll be something that that I'm able to work on before it gets too cold to use the cutting tools outside or in the garage.
Why don't we just get a place together? We can get white walls with big windows up on the third floor in our chateau. Why don't we just get a place together? Mornings in our own bed, so much better. Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together? Why don't we just get a place together? Wake up at your place, wake up at mine. Balconies and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together? Why don't we just get a place together? What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see.
Normally when I clean the kitchen floor, I use Pine Sol, Mr. Clean, Lysol, or what's the other one? Not Murphy's oil soap, because I do use that in the family room. What else is it that I use? The pink stuff. But today I'm trying this Autoban pH neutral floor cleaner. I've had it for a few months, but this is the first time that I'm using it. And I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, is that it did a great job cleaning the floor. The whole purpose in using a pH neutral floor cleaner is so that you're not stripping the surfaces or you're not stripping the finish. And these are hardwood floors and they are sealed, and I just want to make sure that I'm taking good care of them. That said, I still feel like there's a place for the other cleaners that I use on the floor, so you're going to see me switching back and forth over time. I feel like I won't be totally committed to this particular floor cleaner exclusively just because I do like how the other ones are disinfectants, but again, I'll be going back and forth, switching it up between all the different brands, pH neutral and acidic.
Remember the good days. I wish that we could go back. I know I'm not perfect, but at least give me a try. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough, 'cause you're the best, you know. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance, yeah baby, try just one more night, then make up your mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it. We used to be strong, love. Don't forget where you're coming from. A heart like
While I was mopping, I realized that I forgot to clean this countertop, so I'm going to take care of that now.
see you be mad, yeah, get mad at me. I'm sorry for making.
This is some of the basil that I am growing in my Aero garden. I put it in my food dehydrator, and that little container you saw is from IKEA, by the way. I'll be using my food dehydrator later in the video, so stick around for that portion.
Give me a chance, yeah.
A huge thank you to Once For All for sponsoring this segment of today's video. They generously sent over one of their meat slicers for me to review, and I'm really excited to put it to test. So let's open the box and see what's inside. Alright, so let's see, we have, it looks like some cleaning brushes. Alright, this is like a little hook mechanism, and you can put the cleaning brushes on here. And this is a blade sharpener right here. And so you can just hang those on there like that. Let's see, I think there's some double stick tape here, so you would just put that on the back and then put this wherever you want to keep it in someplace convenient. We also have the suction cup. This is what's going to hold the container in place. So right here is the suction cup. Go ahead, take that sticker, take the sticker off. All right, this is the container. Right here. This is where you'll insert the meat to begin the slicing process. And here we have the blades. This sheath here is what you would put on the blades when it's not in use. You want to make sure that you're keeping your hands safe. So one of the most important safety things that you need to remember when using this is that when you are using it to slice meat or when you're cleaning it, you should keep your hands away from the blades. The other important safety feature is that you should have it with, you should cover it with the sheath when it's not in use. So right here we have a 2-piece blade. There's like a little button right here that you would push to release the second set of blades. So when you're sawing it with just this, we have a 4mm meat slicer, but when you insert the second piece into this, it slices your meat into 2mm slices. We also have a safety manual and instruction manual here. And there's a QR code on the back if you want to look it up online. As you can see, my meat is ready, but I do want to give these items a quick rinse before I use them. Okay, so now that they've been rinsed, they are ready to use. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I'm attaching the suction cup to the countertop. When you do this, you want to make sure that you're attaching it to a smooth, flat surface. And this lever right here is what is going to make the suction click. You need to pull it pretty hard, and you want to hear 2 clicks. So that's 1 click, and that's 2 clicks. And now this is really locked into place. So now I'm going to take the container here. Actually, I probably should have done the container first, since I have it facing that way. So I'll slide this on, and then I want to get my 2 clicks. There we go, 2 clicks, not budging. The next thing that we want to do is make sure that we're not overfilling this. So this measures about 2 inches, and I've tried to cut my meat into 2-inch slices. I didn't really use anything to measure it. I was just, eyeballing it. But the other thing that's important is to make sure that you're using fresh meat and not frozen. So let me go ahead and put this in here. I'm not sure if I am using meat that's thick enough for this. I'm using some New York strip steak. This right here is the meat from 4 New York strip steaks. So let's see. I wonder if I can cut multiple slices at this because they're not that thick. So can I cut multiple pieces at the same time? Let's see. So move this over here. So right now I have the 2mm blades inserted. And by the way, this side up here, I imagine that's because this is the sharp part here. So I'm just going to line this up with the grooves. And then I'm going to use a sawing motion to slice through the meat. Wow, that was pretty easy. So let me get, actually I think I can take it out this way. Wow, look at this. These are thinly sliced pieces of New York strip steak. Again, thinly sliced pieces. So I'm going to repeat what I just did there with more meat. Again, I have to be careful to not overfill this. And this time I'm going to remove the 2mm blades so that I can get a thicker slice of meat. No, wait a minute, it says this side up. It slices so much better with the wider blades here. So these pieces are twice the thickness of the others. So I'm going to put some thicker slices in here, or put some more slices in here. And then I'm going to use the 4mm blades, going back and forth in a slicing motion. And this is what we have here. So I'm just going to slice up the rest of the meat, and I will talk to you about what I can do with this meat. So so one plan is to use it to make beef jerky. And another plan is to use it to make, let's see, I can use it to make beef and broccoli. I can use it to make General Tso's beef, Mongolian beef. I can even slice some and put it in the freezer for future use. I can use it in soups, lots of different things, fajitas. So there's a lot that I can do with this, but I do think that tonight my plan is to get this meat marinated and sliced and put it into my food dehydrator so that I can make beef jerky. So let's keep slicing. This might be the last piece right here that needs to be sliced. And again, I'm going to use the 4mm blades. As you can see, the meat has been sliced pretty thinly. I can use it for so many different dishes. One thing that I did not demonstrate was how you could slice the meat and then you could turn it 90 degrees and then you could slice it again and then you would actually end up dicing the meat into much smaller pieces. But for now, I'm going to use it like this. Right now I'm going to put some in a bag with some marinade and some seasonings so that I can get it ready for the food dehydrator. I think I'll do that with about half of the meat, and with the other half, I will use it to make tonight's dinner. I would like to thank Once for All for sending me this meat slicer. If you would like to purchase one yourself, I will leave the link in my description box. So I'm going to start with some lemon pepper. I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce to that. For some added depth of flavor. And I'm also going to add some soy sauce. I'm going to mix it. This smells amazing. I feel like I want to add a little bit more lemon pepper seasoning to this. I'm going to pour this onto the plate here. And then move on to some more of the beef. This time I will be using some honey barbecue seasoning. I'll be adding a little bit of soy sauce. And a small amount of Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm going to spread my meat onto this tray here from the food dehydrator. Right, so this one is the honey barbecue. And now I'm going to add the lemon pepper. So my food hydrator has 5 tiers, but I will only be using 2 of the tiers for this beef jerky. These are the other 3 tiers, and here's the lid. So if you'd like to make jerky, just follow your favorite recipe. The one that I'm using loosely takes about 4.5 hours, so Hopefully I'll have some beef jerky within the next 4.5 hours, but from my previous use of this, I did realize that the timing is not accurate, so it might take a little bit longer than that. But in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the rest of the meat to make something for dinner. These are some peppers that I picked out of my garden yesterday. Leave it to me to forget that I had some fresh cilantro in the fridge, but when I made this same dinner the next night, I remembered to use it this time. When I started making dinner, I had no idea what I was going to make, but I did know that the freshly sliced beef would be a part of it. But eventually I realized that it would be really easy to just make some quesadillas, so that's what I'm doing here. We love vegetables in our quesadillas, and as you can see, I'm adding spinach here. I've used bell peppers in the past. I've actually even used pineapples. I'm using mozzarella cheese on this night, but you can use whatever cheese you like. I do like mixing up the different ingredients for quesadillas. It's really fun. I've even made pepperoni quesadillas once before. Those were really good, but I will say they were a little bit salty. So if you are into making new and creative things, and you like quesadillas, just try to make one and throw in whatever ingredients you would like. There are no rules as to what you can put inside of your quesadilla or your tacos for that matter. So if you have an interesting quesadilla recipe or an interesting quesadilla idea, let me know in the comments below. As I mentioned earlier in the video, my 11-year-old has been away at a Boy Scout camp this week, and on this night my husband was with him. I am plating up both my food and my mom's. I'm adding avocados, and I'll be adding some salsa and sour cream to my plate, but when my mom came downstairs, she was able to add what she wanted to her plate. I made this dinner again the next day, and it turned out even better. I'll insert some pictures at the end of the video. Okay, so I'm all done. I used the beef that I sliced with the Once For All meat slicer. I also made some homemade salsa, sliced up an avocado, and added a side of sour cream. I hope that this video inspired you to get some cleaning and cooking done. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a big thumbs up. If you would like to see this kind of content in the future but are not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button, and when you do, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you won't miss out on future uploads. Until the next time, stay blessed.